and I'm here to tell you the good news about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't
We're live
have
on
to
YouTube.
the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're
It
about
still
to see.
says sending data.
How
All
much
right.
does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit.
About to head out, do my own
supported
thing. All
entirely
right.
by
Nah,
generous
Court comes back.
contributions.
She's gonna be
Thank you,
streaming on
and
her own
also our
channel
generous
tonight. So.
sponsors. So all you have to do right now is
Hello YouTube, welcome. We just reacted to the Summer Game Fest showcase. Now we're on Day of the Devs. It's gonna be back to back tonight. Tomorrow's gonna be even worse. There's just gonna be non-stop showcases tomorrow.
Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering intel, and pulling off a heist?
So yeah,
all as a mysterious
honestly,
master thief. Well, in Snap and Grab,
not a whole lot in
and
Summer Game
developers
Fest for me to
of
write
House
down and wish list. Unfortunately, for me, that's just me personally. If you're a big Resident Evil fan, there's a lot for you.
I'm senior level designer and artist at No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, senior animator at No Goblin. And we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Snap and grab. Maybe there'll be more stuff that I'll be into in Day of the Devs here.
I'm glad you asked. Picture this. It's the 80s.
Okay.
You are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nick Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
Oh. Giant key. Painting. An actual dog.
In Snap
Interesting.
and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you
Okay.
visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to
Oh.
grab your future possession.
Just
That's
be sure to
interesting.
consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up?
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
She comes back to her own channel. Need to touch grass today. Had a tornado scare, and the rest of the day has just been bad. Oh shit. Well, I hope you have fun and things
Can't
get
wait to see what
better for you.
plan next
That's
in
all.
Snap and Grab.
Have a good night.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does
Cool.
Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early
Yes,
Day of
it
the Devs
does.
games. So early, in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello.
Oh, this thing. Yeah,
We're House
I remember this.
You might know us because of our Goose Game. And we're here today to show you around our new game.
That was a very weird game.
Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things, talking and walking.
Okay.
So talking. It's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close,
Hello.
or far away, or in a tunnel, or over a walkie-talkie, or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and
Okay.
Oh, there they are.
and plenty
This-
of tools to stay in
is
touch
this VR
when you're out of
or-
earshot.
Fell down a
And
hole.
if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the
Okay.
entire game that way as well.
Go.
Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk. Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's not like pass.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding a way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare. Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it.
It actually
Completing
looks like it might be
challenges
fun.
like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah ooh wah wah ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset,
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing!
or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Oi.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little
What?
tour and got a sense of what we think is so special about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you
Yeah,
for
that
watching.
seems like it might be
Goodbye.
fun,
Bye.
like hangout game.
This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword.
Oh, this one, yeah. This one looks awesome. Guys, there's another free game after I made my video.
And I'm very excited to share with you our latest
Holy
game,
Clash
Sword of the
Cards
Sea.
is free on Steam. Okay.
Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure
I'm gonna
game
have
where
to
you
remember to
surf
post
on a
that later.
sword,
I have to update my video.
and it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new.
Yeah.
Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state.
This
And
was during
it's
the
something that,
PlayStation
as a
showcase.
snowboarder, I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game.
Look how awesome this looks. Is there? I don't know if there's any objectives though. If you're just
I'm
riding
really excited
around.
because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin.
Oh, it looks
Wintory,
like
a
there is,
longtime
yeah.
Collaborator
Okay.
who I work with on Journey, Abzu.
Can
The
you stop
Pathless,
at
and
any
he's done
point,
countless
or are
other
you just
games
always
for us.
going?
It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea.
Okay. Sounds good.
We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Okay. Best co-op experience since it takes two. That's a big claim. Oh, is it Escape Academy? Open world escape room game. Escape Academy 2. Okay, cool.
Hi.
Played through the first game with my brother.
And we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy. Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
That's awesome.
Our background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more Academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the
I don't know if that was that would have been my request,
meet
but
other students, and most importantly,
that's
find
fair.
lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments.
I'm like,
from
he's
conducted
like
puzzle
online
archives
account.
to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places.
My brother thinks
The
it's
campus
out now.
is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us
sweet more
unlock its
levels.
full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get back to school.
So stupid.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape.
Yep.
But this is not a music game or a game about
We did
music.
see this
It's a
at
game
the Game
about life
Awards.
and
So.
friends,
Or not
and
the Game
music
Awards.
that gets us through it.
Summer Game Fest. It's like a little while ago.
Oh, hi. I'm Johnny Galvatron.
Hi, Johnny.
From Turban and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City.
Why am I still
This
wearing
is
a
our
Mario
secret
hat?
hideout where we make video games. This is one
Still
of our
wearing a
artists.
Mario hat.
Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape.
My hair is
So what
crazy
do
right
Jeff
now.
Keighley's think? Wearing Dave the
I've been wearing a Mario
Oh,
hat.
Cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game.
Yeah, by the way, I got
with
my-
friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly
My Switch
curated
2
soundtrack.
on the way,
It's
but
psychedelic
it's like
retrospect.
not gonna arrive until
A musical journey
Tuesday.
that documents the
Upset.
breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits.
Upset about that. I like the low frame rate
The whole game
animation
is a
of this.
mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics from skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going?
That's a rookie move.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes!
How are they controlling that?
This is a terrible idea! What are we doing?
If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
What?
Play it on Game Pass day one, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I just can't wrap my head around the logistics of
I didn't
moving
wanna
a
get all sweaty
shopping
and
cart like
shit.
that.
Fair.
It's got to have like a shit wheel on at least one of them, right? Every shopping cart does.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game
Yes,
Fest?
I did see
Well, now
that.
they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
Hi, Ian.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
Hi,
We're
Augusto.
excited to finally tell you about our new game,
Guys.
Blighted.
We get more of a gameplay for this one.
Blighted
Last
is a
one was more
hardcore action Metroidvania
filling us into the
set in
story.
a psychedelic Western nightmare. The
This
game's
is the one where
full
they
of
said it was
mysteries and
a
secrets, and
new
one of its
3D game.
coolest features is a dynamic
Like everything
difficulty
about this is
system that
2D.
constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is
I
planted.
know the
in
models
them.
and
By the
environments are
time a
3D,
tree
but
grows from their skull
it's
and bears
stylistically 2D, and
Eating this fruit,
gameplay-wise it's
one
2D.
gains knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable.
I know where I'm gonna
and
show
changing
this
your
off, but
perception of the world.
a
You
little
can
bit more
find ways
cozy
to
now.
suppress it, or you can harness it to fight
But
back
I at
even
least got this
harder.
in the mail. Oh wait, I was supposed to get
Practice
some
could be chaining
figures
together
today
finishers,
from
taking
Amiibo.
out huge blighted beasts,
I don't think they sent
devouring
them
their
because I checked
brains, and
earlier.
using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted
I
marks
have,
are studio's
I think I
first
ordered them
venture
from
into
Best Buy.
3D, allowing the art team to bring their
Right.
designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds
the only one I
for
could
you to
get.
explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations.
I have to wait till Monday.
manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of
That'd be
petrified
crazy.
giants.
I get this thing first, Amiibo Monday, and then
Drinkbox has a rich
oh
history
shit,
with action games, from Guacamelee,
the actual
Sever,
Switch on
to
Tuesday.
Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games, and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outer Loop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outer Loop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but
It is
meaningful
June
games
6th, in
about
progress.
underrepresented cultures and themes.
So
And this
they
title
didn't
is a
ship?
beautiful and vibrant example of just that.
It's supposed to get it
This
today.
is Dosa Divas.
Oh, that's great. I might check in a moment, but I got this. Fucking dropping it already. I got this in the mail. I have the GameCube controller. This is the only time I've really showing this off. So I'm not streaming any other time this week, so. I mean, I'll be streaming Wednesday. I might stream more before Wednesday though, because there's more showcases and stuff happening, but. I'm unboxing it. Don't want to see it. Dosa
Hi, I'm
Divas.
Eka, Creative Director of Outer Loop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dosa Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons, reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world.
Apparently this will
Discover
not work on the
dreams,
original Switch.
hidden paths,
It won't even
memories,
pair.
and new friends.
Just works on the Switch too.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some
My actual GameCube controllers are upstairs, I think.
especially when you
Yeah,
time
I'm
it
pretty
right.
sure.
Hitting the action button as the
This
hit
feels
button
heavier
amplifies
than
your
one.
attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks.
From what
Use
I
boost points at the start of your turn to
remember.
multiply
Oh,
damage
this is like
on
this is
attack
like
and
a
hit.
brand new GameCube
Match enemy
controller.
flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them
I haven't
stuck.
felt one in so
Cook
long.
up made-to-order food
Brand
to
new
wake
one.
up villagers from a processed
So it's
food
a
induced
wireless
haze
GameCube
using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious hearty meals reconnects
USB-C,
communities with their
chat
culture,
button,
history, and
not
shared
gonna
memories,
use.
and increases your reputation.
A little
Serve up
tiny
looks like customizing your
ZL
spirit
button.
goddess. Create your own spicy style with a custom
there you
rounds
go.
and accessories. Dosa Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG.
I don't.
will
This
be
game's
out
not
in
interesting to me,
early
so I'm
2026.
just talking
Thank
through.
you.
I'm sorry. This feels somehow nicer.
Our pals at Heart
So.
Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have
And
teamed up with our
charge
buds
cable.
at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Should it? Probably should be. A
Playing
genre.
GameCube games with this.
Here it is.
I'd like to see if it works with my PC though. That's another reason I got this. Wireless Bluetooth GameCube. Jeez. What, all the students died? The hell? The dark intro. Possessors instead of professors. Yeah, this game looks sick though.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on
Hi, Miriam.
Possessors is a search action game set in Senzu. a
Oh, my
corporate
camera's
city
still
which has been
pointed
overrun
down.
by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated short we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive.
Rem.
Possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding. and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new Demon Power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with
Hi,
you
Israel.
and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into a profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Tresna, a blood-brimming town. Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat.
I still haven't
As you
played
clear
that
a room,
first
several
Moonlighter.
things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects.
I was gonna have
Backpack
dinner
management
ordered
will
for
influence
tonight,
the
but
outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first
feel like
game,
I'm good.
you'll be able to see the base value of each relic,
Mid-lunch.
although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's two bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game, and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop.
yeah, actually, so while Moonlighter 2 is running,
and try to get the
I'm
best
gonna
deal.
see if I actually got my amiibo in the mail.
There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. See you in Tresna.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
Yo, amiibo.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR edition.
Oh
My
no.
name is Thomas Waterzoo,
Hi,
and I'm
Tom.
a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings, where I
Okay.
explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start
Wow.
by choosing a painting I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style.
Sure,
For my
yeah.
third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be watching them. At night.
Oh, they come alive.
Please watch the artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch
Oh.
at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, Mama. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know him to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, so for me it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference.
Oh shit.
gameplay. There are no jump scares in this game, and no monsters. The only things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, you've got some clowns, but they are kinda harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year.
It's probably going to be around Halloween this
Thanks
year.
to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
Bye. I think I gotta turn the volume up. Super quiet. Oh, I could probably.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first Day of the Devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge,
Oh, right,
huge
right.
nostalgic bomb, and they're
Right.
set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hell yeah!
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus. And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games.
Hi,
from Montreal,
Frederick and
Canada,
Kevin.
And are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
This game
Marvel
looks
Cosmic Invasion
awesome.
is
I
a
think me and
retro-inspired
ICRO
beat-em-up set in the Marvel
wanna
universe.
or intend to
When
play this. So.
Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
Alright, so we got Captain America,
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
Venom,
Mhm.
Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell, and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight. Each
Hell
heroes
yeah.
have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground. We
Hell
also
yeah.
introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies. For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout. As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories.
It's crazy that they put
Who knew
Phyla
that the
Bell in the
countless
game.
hours spent
Like
at the
that's
comic book shop
such
or
an
the
out there
arcades
character to
would
include.
bring us here today. We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste. With haunting and lovely music.
That's
from
right, yeah.
masterpiece, composer,
They split
of
off.
Light Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
The Celeste folks split off because they had creative differences, but also like disagreements on who owned the IP. Because they were working on a completely different game and then they canceled it.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of
Hi,
Neverway.
Isa.
And I'm Pedro, artist and
Hi,
designer
Pedro.
of Neverway, a horror RPG in light sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems, and finally start fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new compatibilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight, or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening to this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
Interesting.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But
hell yeah, they
museums are
should.
using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious play, guy?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum.
Wow.
It still remains in storage today.
Crazy.
Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African
This
continent.
is also an
He was
educational
taken
game.
to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of
This
3
game's
phases.
pretty cool.
In phase 1, you case the joint.
This is
collecting
Relooted?
information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level,
It's
carefully
a
avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your
big
escape
heist
route.
game. Puzzle platforming heist game.
In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home. Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can
Not
wishlist it
not
now.
PlayStation or
Remember
Switch?
Patapon, that charming series of games about those little dudes walking around
Yes,
doing
I
stuff?
do
and making
remember.
music? Well, there's a sequel. Well,
Yep.
kind of a sequel. It's a
Spiritual
successor.
yep.
It's the core.
There's
team from
there's
Silent
also
Hill
a
that
sequel,
made
by
the
the
OG
way.
games, coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while
Which
making
is
music.
crazy to think about.
こんにちは。パタボンの原作者であり、現在ラタ
Oh,
タン
that's
の
cool.
開発をしております。
Ratatan.
小谷弘樹と言います。
That's crazy. It's like Little Nightmares. There's an actual Little Nightmares sequel, and then there's a spiritual
私は現在
successor.
サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は、常にラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか、可愛らしい
That's
フ
so
ァ
cool,
ンアートにはいつも励まされています。
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように
Yeah,
自分
stop
たちの
yawning.
好きなゲームが作れることに日々
Imagine
喜
this
び
is
を感
me
じてい
all
ま
day
す。
tomorrow.
我々インディーチームですので、まだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたの
What
で、
time? So at
ぜひご覧いただきたい
8
と思い
o'clock
ま
is
す。
going to be Devolver and then 9 IO. Okay. I can do that. I could survive that. Yeah, the music sounds adorable. Damn, there's a whole like RPG thing here. I didn't know this. Jeez. Ratatan.
Day of the Devs、そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして、乾杯。
Chicken milk.
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is
Oh.
a totally new take on stealth. His talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
Cool.
I'm Warren Spector, Chief Creative Officer at Other Side Entertainment.
I got
At
a.
Other Side, we don't play it safe. We take chances, we tackle hard problems, and we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is thick as thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game, unlike any action or stealth game you and your friends have experienced before. Response to the idea and what we've been able to
I
show
got
has been
this. I
great.
don't know where I got
The
it.
team behind the
I
game
think
is so
maybe
excited by the
I
response
accidentally
that we wanted to show you more.
grabbed it from
So
my
here's an
cousin's
early
collection
pre-alpha
somehow.
sneak peek
I don't know how long
at
ago.
both sides
I got
of
this
the
bonus
player
disc
powered
for
game.
Epic Mickey. This is like a DVD. I think from the game on the Wii. That's the only Epic Mickey thing I have right now.
So we're trying to have all the bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
Okay. Oh shit.
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me? Making,
true.
Situations that are just so fun. Something that won't happen in another match ever again. I think that's the thing that I'm looking most forward
Okay,
to.
before
seeing players
Devolver.
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning, because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director, because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell, like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment, and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected. And a lot of this is not faked. If you hear a train in the background in the distance, there's actually a train passing by in the world. Every thief for themselves, right? Thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
So every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests, so really anything can happen. We've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game, Pocket Boss.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playables, based in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids. But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests. Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify if everything looks correct, and most importantly, beautiful. But as you do all that, the charts start to get a life of their own. They go wild. Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success?
Okay.
Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year. You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume
Consume
Me won
Me.
the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
We're back.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part is based on real life, by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 per 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, well, good luck.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is Off.
Off?
I am Mortis Ghost.
Hi, Mortis.
Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off. Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic, strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of my control and became very famous. The reason is that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can't describe. I ask you please not to play it.
Weird. Okay.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off.
I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new.
Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms.
In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat. We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Alright, I think that's the end of Day of the Devs. I can actually forward a bit here because we're... Oh shit.
All while helping locals.
Let's back up. Let's back up a bit.
I'm Thomas Tobin.
Hi, Thomas.
And I'm Andy Chmelenko.
We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada.
Game Team
making
6,
heartfelt
nice,
games
I love
with
it.
big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Devolver Direct's
Tire Boy
happening
is fast
soon.
and nimble, leaping through lush
And I thought it was a
environments, solving
official
environmental puzzles and taking on heroic
Summer Game
battles.
Fest thing. Hey, look here.
All while helping locals and uncovering his own past.
Tyboy may be the last of his kind, and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick, and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast,
I think it's going to be
world,
on the
searching
Summer
for
Game Fest
purpose
stream.
and traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have grown fond of Tire
Did I
Boy.
get the date
They'll
wrong?
often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter
Yeah,
to help
should
the
be at
local
8.
community make contact with long-lost travelers.
In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've
Around
emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid. Giving you
Oh,
that childlike
after Summer Game
experience
Fest
of
and
feeling
Day of
like
Devs.
everything
Okay,
around you
cool.
is impossibly big.
Yeah,
And
it's
that
still
has
part
a
of the main
meaningful
show,
impact
so.
on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a
Cool,
big,
cool.
sprawling world.
Tyboy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. And we've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Who's messaging me?
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now and follow at tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Who doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas.
And I'm Niklas.
Co-founders and developers at Something We Made.
Hi, Nicholas
Some of
and
you might remember
Lucas.
us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021.
I do remember that.
Making Toem was an adventure on its own.
Yeah,
we never
guys,
thought it would
them doing
bring
things.
a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
This Toem 2?
Toem 2 is still
Toem
a
2.
photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is
You
this time,
pumpkin.
well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors.
I don't know why I
which
thought of this.
cut things.
Maybe it's because of the voice dialogue and stuff and
Or take the hammer.
the
which,
goofiness of
yeah,
this
you
game,
guessed
but
it,
I
it's great
kind of
for
want to
smashing
restart Animal Crossing.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a
The
crafty
game came
mix of
out at a
render
time where
styles that allows us to
everybody was
reimagine
playing
the
it,
world
but I didn't
without
have the time to
compromising
play
on
it.
the vibes.
And by the
And
time I had the
finally,
time to
and
play it,
maybe most
everybody was all like,
importantly,
"Yeah, I already
we
did
have a
like
new
everything to
movement
do in the
system.
game." And
It's probably the biggest change
and
compared
I
to Tone
didn't
1,
have like
that
a
you can now
consistent,
jump
"Oh,
and
I can
climb
play
your
this
way
at this
through the
time" kind of
environment.
thing.
It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and
And I didn't
regions,
really like how my island
ultimately
ended up. I'm
making the
like,
world feel
I
more
kind of want to
free
just do
and
it
open.
over from scratch.
And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll
But
take.
I'm also like looking
So
forward to
recap,
whatever the next
more
Animal
story,
Crossing will be for Switch
updated
2, because
visuals, and a fun
I
new
imagine
movement
it'll be
system, but still the very
incredible.
same Shield and Coast experience. The whole team is working so very hard
Chia!
to make Tone 2 something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest.
Chia pets
So
aren't
if
still
you're
around,
interested
are they?
to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all
Yeah,
real soon.
Toem is. I think I own Toem.
Are you
But
looking for a way to
I don't think it's my kind of game.
and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography.
Cool.
All the different kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters, a veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is limited edition and on sale at imapit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the
I want to
Devs.
look at this.
Literally,
That's
we're nonprofits
freaking awesome.
asking for your dough, but like it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that
Is
a
it
joyous
an
thing?
auction or is it?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsola, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsola is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games,
What
without
is
giving
this?
up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsola Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from
I don't know where it is. I'm on the I Am 8-Bit
Scan
website,
the
but
QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsola for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsola. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor. But we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a nonprofit, and every little bit helps. We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing.
maybe it's not
throughout
live
last
yet.
year,
I don't know.
And we just want to give them a shout out.
I don't see it on their website.
Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47 Communications, Panic, PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage Studio, Studio MBHR, Summer Game Fest, and Jeff Keighley and the whole gang at the Game Awards for your continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games, it means a lot to the developers, and thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games, and thank you to all our
Yeah, we're
generous
switching
sponsors
over
for
to
making this
Devolver Digital
next
on
time.
YouTube,
Day
so
of
the
the
stream's going to be ending, and we'll be starting up again shortly for the Devolver Digital stream. Why does it show that I'm offline?
Huge thanks to our friend Dose One for
Am I
providing
offline
the
or
beats
am I
for today's
online?
show, and please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
What?
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm directing Unbeatable, a game where music is legal and you do crimes, with Andrew Tsai over at D-Cell. This is a never-before-heard
Oh, this
new
is
track
still
from
Day of the
Unbeatable.
Devs.
This
Okay,
is
never
mostly
mind.
a never-before-heard track from Unbeatable. It's not a live performance, but all the performances in it are live, if that makes sense. That's
No.
because the guitarist is playing lead guitar and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer, and our keyboardist is the cameraman. This should show you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, starting right now, you can pre-order at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. That's right, at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll
Where's
get all
this
of the songs that
artwork?
we've
I
shown
want to
off
know
so
how much it
far,
is.
including this one. Enjoy.
Photosensitivity warning. Okay, good to know.
Has your voice been truly locked away? Kept inside these worn out days we made? Or maybe this is another dream I'll soon forget. So I'll put it with the rest and wait for you.
The hell is this painting? I don't know if we're gonna get a copyright strike for this. Oh, I found it. It's all the way at the bottom of the art page. Pre-order. $50, I think, American. But it's awesome. Alright. Wait. Right here. Oh, no thanks. Sorry, I ruined the performance.
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes Tally Ho version, which
I
you
think I might have
recognize
accidentally
from Rhythm
started
Doctor.
Adobe
I remember
Premiere.
hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way
Yeah.
back in 2018, which is when we started working on the game. As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for them evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new edition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dcellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball stuff from the demo. You can also listen to all of that starting today on our YouTube channel. And that's basically it for my calls to action for this. What else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like, genuinely super... we're not here without you. Like, genuinely. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. All the planned stuff ended back when I stopped talking about the album. This... I can't really think of a good way to thank you, because there is more love that has come into D-Cell than I have any idea what to do with. This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my God, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at D-Cell Games, thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
Alright, so I think now we're switching over to Devolver Digital. So, again, the YouTube stream is going to cut out. I'm going to start over on the Devolver Digital stream. If you want to move on over there, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, stick around. I am still going to be here reacting live. I don't think anybody else is joining me tonight, but I have the Discord call open case anybody wants to. So, why did this get so loud? Alright, YouTube, I'm ending stream here. We're going to start over at Devolver Digital soon. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. What is your favorite game of the showcase? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, it shows that I'm offline, so I might just be talking to nobody. But yeah, it's going to end here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.